You can help me. You help me, can you? You can help me. Australia. What fresh hell this is. This is 4.Conor.Mac.Ghregor, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Because I'm prettier than you. It's a sad thing, woman. I can't be touched. God won't have my beautiful features harmed. I'm sorry, foreman. You're crazy, man. I can't be harmed. So much more beautiful. Anyway, Sir Conor McGregor. Yeah. I used to say, fucking Conor McGregor, man, he's a cage fighter. You know what I mean? I know that's not all I said about him. I said like he probably learned how to fight by protecting his family. Actually, in a way. Um, Probably, I don't mean to say this like you probably would hit me actually for saying this because you don't do this as an Irish person, talk about other people's mothers or particularly sisters. But anyway, he seems to come from a beautiful family, and he probably had a lot of to break a lot of jaws. Lads talking about his sisters or whatever, or his beautiful brothers and siblings. So he's a family man. That's what I like about him. You know he's a family man. You know, this is my island. This is my island. Yeah, that's what a very patriotic Irish person says when they talking about Ireland. If you care about Ireland, you're messing with my family. You're messing with my donkey. You're messing with my flock. You're messing with something that I claim to be mine. If you mess with my Toyota, my car, mess you up. You're messing with my Toyota. You're messing with my family. So an Irishman, just to let you know, says you're messing with my island. You're messing with us. You're breaking his balls. You're messing with his balls. You're not breaking his balls. You're messing with something that he takes a lot of care and concern in. So just to say, in case you think Conor's saying it's my island, but we get Conor. We're just holding there, Mr. McGregor. Um, so I reviewed these comments and I'm not on X or any of this stuff, but I found it very valid, extremely valid and eloquent. Very valid and eloquent, actually. It fucking set me back a bit. It's like, I thought it was like, people listen to the cage fighters. Like, of all people that are like, I'm trying to get my valid voice heard. And it's like, oh, people listen to Cage Fighter. And I went and reviewed the Cage Fighter's messages. And I thought they were absolutely spot on. I don't know if he's using a chatbot with his name or something. And I thought he was very eloquently spoken in all his remarks. And caring, And caring, and again, saying, this is my island. Like, this is mine you're messing with. You're messing with my shoes, kind of like what he's saying. If you're messing with my country, you're messing with my shoes, you're messing with my family. So that's what Conor meant when he probably said, it's my island. He cares. Higgins doesn't care. Higgins doesn't say, this is my island. Higgins is from Florida, and he's here to sell you and all your kids and all your lucky stars, all your lucky charms. Higgins doesn't say, this is my island. And if he did, you'd call him Republican scum that he is. I actually think Higgins might be the evil, become in Star Wars. Star Wars is a kind of prophecy. The evil Republican senator that turns into the evil Sith guy. Because he is some, you wouldn't notice the weird Republican senator. And he turns out to be some evil kitty killer. Who cares more for a Swiss bank account than the people of this country? And you'll remember, Conor cares for the people of this country and everything. So it's like, I'm going to cut a long story short, okay? I think Higgins got not exactly elected, but put into position by Florida or America after, made scroll and Great Reset and things, and I can talk about that more, or have talked about that more. And they all flocked and flooded Ireland. This is 8 or 9 years ago, and they've all set up shops now in Ireland, and their relative shops that they do set up. When these rich people go everywhere, like when a lot of rich people go to Switzerland, and Switzerland cater for their unique and cultural, or even their religious comforts and needs and whatever requirements. Very hospitable in a place like Sweden or Switzerland. Yeah. Oh yeah, talking about Switzerland, I'm going to jump in here. He wasn't Algerian. He wasn't Albanian. He wasn't African. And I wouldn't mind if you Africa, the continent, excuse me. I wouldn't mind if you actually, if the Algerian government and Albanian government, very different, isn't it? would take notice that the Irish public have been told and gossip on the streets that he was an Algerian or an Albanian. So I wouldn't mind if the Algeria and Albanian governments had something to say to the Irish government or the Irish people, to reassure them, because it's terrible. They did they protected Kitty Killer. They protected. He's Swiss. I actually thought it was going to be Canadian or Dutch. I just went down to a Canadian person or Dutch people, but I heard it's actually Swiss. Was the managing director of the creative arts performance that happened up on the top of Parnell Street or something, Parnell Square or something. They were killing kids. They were killing kids on a stage. And Conor.Mac.Ghregor actually made a very valid point. It's like kids were stabbed or something about murdering kids in Dublin, and not one newspaper in the Republic. Of course, we're in the Republic. See, Hobbes's nightmare was a state of nature, and I kind of wouldn't mind a state of nature. But what's worse actually than Hobbes's nightmare is Republican scum, a republic that turns absolutely scummy. So some politicians and pigs or somebody were found killing kids on stage per performance, and probably writing it off as performance. And then again, I've said this, there's been plenty of cases in recent Irish judicial systems where children have been murdered and the people responsible, their identities were concealed, and they said they had a religious right to murder these kids, that they were their own, whatever they have. And I'm not going to get too much into it. I've done these videos already. Please revise. Where I'm going with this, anyway. So Higgins was put in power at the Great Reset. Some man of mutual understandings. Mutual understandings. And he personally selected all the high court judges in this country, and nobody batted an eyelid. And they all share mutual understandings. So you'll never burst the bubble. However, I didn't know you could have this power. Okay, and here we go. This is the punchline. So this is the punchline. Boom, 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 baby. I don't know how much in a republic the people can actually vote for their president, but I really want Conor.Mac.Ghregor. I know this is insane, and I'm like the cage fighter. I really want Conor.Mac.Ghregor to run for president, because I know Higgins has almost had 8 years of. It's nearly 9. It was 9. Has he been? He was in, but within a year. I know it's home from Waterford, and he was there within a year. So he's almost up now as far as his 8 years are concerned. And I'm not joking. Conor.Mac.Ghregor, because he, boom, 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 cares for this country, boom, boom. Zelensky's an actor. Zelensky's just a popular actor. And, he's an actor, Conor.Mac.Ghregor is known for being sincere, if not too sincere, or too genuine, or too, what's the word I'm looking for? Compassionate. Very, but as in, he fights for his family, and he'd fight for you. That's what I kind of liked about Trump. He fought for America because he just dogmatically fought for America. But he'd actually fight for you, and he'd actually care for you. Where they don't care for you, your Republican leaders, your scummy. They don't care. They care for their Swiss bank accounts. They care for their colleagues in Brussels. They care for the reputation. They care for the massive, big fucking global kitty killing conspiracy that's about to be flipped. And Lucy, don't let it be, let it be. Lucy sat on the judge that condemned Lucy Letby. Lucy sat on his lap when she was a young girl, in her young tweeny models years. If Lucy mentioned this, the judge would put her away as someone that just makes up absolute lies, absolute bullshit. And he got right in there on the case, which I thought was interesting that he involved himself so directly